we got these cases right here. This is case 2, this is case 1. Running at about 45 degrees. This is supposed to be a frozen food. Case 1 is running about 50. Everything is soft right now. This is all supposed to be frozen. Yeah, it's definitely soft. I had trouble finding this because I thought it was on the rack, but it's actually a remote condensing unit. It's labeled self-contained though, so that's why I was having a little bit of an issue. But I can feel some airflow coming across. Before we go up and look at the condensing unit, we're gonna take this off and see if we don't have a frozen coil. Let me do that. Usually I touch the liquid line. I can try to get a gist of whether the condensing unit is running or not if it's warm, but this is cold, so it has acclimated to the temperature in here. So I could at least say that my condenser is not running. So before we do anything else, let's go upstairs and go check it out. All right, guys, so this is our condensing unit. Right here, RCU number 4. I wish they would label it as an RCU, not a self-contained. I was inside looking at all the self-contained units until finally I was able to come up here and find this one. So I just took this panel off. Compressor has not been running. It is at ambient temperature. Yeah, this compressor has not been running for a little bit. So let's go ahead and start with the basics. We're gonna start checking voltage and see if we have to be calling. We're at 50 something degrees, but start checking basics here. Give me 1 second, let me get set up. Got my meter and volts. So we're gonna go ahead and go from line 1 to line 2. 0 volts, line 1 to line 3, 211, and then line 2 to line 3, 211. So we're missing a leg of power here. Line 1 doesn't have anything. 0, and then 1 to 3. 1 to 3, I got 220. 211, I'm sorry. Let's check main power coming in right here. So 1 to 3, 211. 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 1 to 3, Jesus Christ. Let me start over, guys. 1 and 2, 211. 1 and 3, 211. And then 2 and 3, 0. So what are we missing here? That is, it's for the heaters. We can check these out real quick, but let me check in here. There we go. Got some fuses in here. That's the way I just do my troubleshooting, guys. Just start with the basic stuff. Voltage. So let's go on this side. So this is the line side coming in to the system. 1 and 2. Ooh, yeah, we're missing a leg right there. 1 and 3, 211. 2 and 3, 111. Ooh, so we got an issue. Let's check on this side right here. See if any of these are popped. So fuse 1, if you go across it and you get 0, it's a good fuse. For those of you guys that didn't know. So fuse number 2, 0, that's good. Fuse number 3, 0. Okay, so we have all 3 fuses are good. Let me just check this out one more time. 1 and 2, I got 116 volts. We got an issue there. Sorry, let's go 1 and 3, 211. And then 2 and 3, 111. So there's a problem with line 2, I think, coming in from the building. So there's no point in troubleshooting any further. We have to make sure that we have enough voltage coming in, and if it's three-phase, only thing we could really do is check that compressor, make sure it's not shorted or grounded in some way. But we're gonna check the resistance across our load side of our compressor. I removed the fan, the two fan leads, because as you can see, that fan's moving, and when that's moving, you're gonna get funky readings. If you leave those on here, they go right here, 1 and 2. So we're gonna remove these, and this, now we just isolated the compressor right here. So we're gonna check resistance across 1 and 2. We have 1.05, 1 and 3, right here, 1.03, and 2 and 3, 1.06. So this compressor is not shorted or grounded. I just wanted to make sure before I reset that breaker downstairs, if that breaker is tripped. And always remember, guys, if you're gonna go downstairs and reset a breaker, shut the power off here. We found it. Somebody labeled it RCU4 26, 28, and 30, and 26, 28, and 30 is not tripped. So there has to be a problem in here somewhere. We as HVAC refrigeration techs, our responsibility should really end at the disconnect. However, I'm down here just doing kind of like a visual. So more than likely, we're just gonna have to refer him to an electrician. Let me make a phone call just to confirm that, and we'll see what happens. I know for a fact that technically we're only supposed to work up until the disconnect, but I just wanted to get clarification on this. Number one, what we're gonna do is we're gonna call an electrician. Number two, have the cases demerged. It's only 2 cases. I mean, if it was a complete rack down, yeah, I'd probably mess with it a little more, but probably. But since this is such a small system, we'll just have them pull the product and continue on. But I just took this panel off so I can get a visual. I don't see any burnt wires. Let me get the light on. The only thing I am gonna do, guys, is because this is technically not tripped, I'm thinking we have a bad breaker, and inside the breaker there's probably some sort of loose connection, or this breaker's going out, because you can tell where it was used before. That's probably the same breaker that used to feed this, so they scratched it off, put that in, and this breaker's probably been here for a while. So the only thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna carefully turn it off, and then we're gonna go ahead and reset it. And since I still have to go upstairs back to the condensing unit to get my tools, that's the only reason I'm doing this. And then I'll talk to a manager and get him or her to put in a service order for the electricians. There we go. Now let's go check upstairs and we'll see what happens. Okay, we're back at the condensing unit. Let's go ahead and check voltage one more time. See if maybe by resetting that breaker we didn't fix an issue. But either way, we're gonna call out an electrician. Line 1 to line 2. Still only got about 170. Line 1 to line 3. All right, line 1, line 3, 211, so that's good. And then line 2 to line 3, 205. So we got some funky readings, man. We're not gonna start this unit up at all. At least not right now, not until the electricians come out here and fix that power issue. So we're gonna go ahead and go talk to the manager and have her call an electrician, and we'll see how fast they can get out here. If they'll be on site pretty quick, we'll stick around. If not, we'll just have them call us back. Like I said, it's a small case, and there's not a lot of product in there. So let's go ahead and go inside. All right, guys. So we talked to the manager. Manager is getting the electrical contractors out here for just to check that breaker, man. I personally think that breaker's probably just bad. It's not making good contact inside, and we're getting funky readings like 170, 211, and like 204, 205, whatever it was. We already had them demerge those cases. Like I said, it was only 2 cases, so that was an easy pull for them. Unfortunately, I cannot stick around for 4 or 5 hours until they decide to show up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get out of here. I got another call to run, and the manager already informed me that as soon as the electricians fix that power, they're going to call us back, and we'll be able to continue. Probably not even troubleshoot, just start it up and watch it come down to temp. So if that happens, I'll probably release another video, but if not, guys, this is the end of this video. Thank you everybody for watching. I appreciate it. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next call.